Welcome to the MarcWes Sports Podcast.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. Let's shift gears here, bro. I know all this great emotion from the Dolphins is great. It was awesome, but thankfully it did happen because the day before was a nightmare for the Miami Hurricanes. An absolute nightmare.
I don't want to remember.
Being in the press box and just we were just looking around like, is this a dream? Is this happening? Is this really happening? Is 17-3 in the first quarter? What? It's like 31-10. To who? To who? Middle Tennessee State.
And we had to give them a check.
$4 million, I heard. Middle Tennessee State, no one in their right mind, no one except for the players on that team thought they were going to win against the Miami Hurricanes. And it was one of the most disappointing, disheartening, devastating, use whatever adjective you want, loss at home. Especially, we didn't even touch on this before on the last podcast, but with Tyler Van Dyke, right, saying that he likes playing away games because it's a better college environment, better college atmosphere.
That's what he said?
Yeah, he said that. He said that like on a podcast. And it came out. There's a story on CanesCounty.com. We talked about it. But yeah, he said he'd rather there's really no college atmosphere at home games for him. He said that before this game, and he said he likes playing away games, better than home games. Now,
so why you lost?
First off, let's call it what it is. Miami's home games are not really college atmospheres. It's a pro stadium. And it's 40,000 at most that are at games that are not named Florida State, Notre Dame, Florida, or any top 10 team. That's what we come out to see, really. On a day like Middle Tennessee State, who wants to go out there because there's no benefit? And I think that's what's wrong with that is what was wrong with the Miami Hurricanes going into this game. Because one, there's no benefit in this game. One, you're paying a team to play you. Two, if you don't blow them out, it's a disappointment. You lose, even worse. So as a fan, you're going there just to hope that they blow the team out. And you can just be in the confines of your own home watching it in air conditioning instead of the heat. So kudos to all the diehard fans that go to the games or whatnot. Every town needs those 40,000 fans that are going to be there every Saturday. And just because you're not at a football game doesn't mean that you're not a diehard fan. So I just wanted to put that out there first. And then the fact that he comes out there, first throw, interception.
Being banged up first couple of weeks. Van Dyke to throw on first down. It's intercepted. Hit golf.
He locked in. I'm watching it from behind him. He locked in on the receiver, Mallory, the whole time. He never looked away. And the defender was just like, he just came up. It was almost like he was surprised that the ball was coming to him. Second throw, tip ball, interception, pick six.
We know that he is missing some of the targets, but he remains optimistic about the offense.
Oh, another reception. This might go into the end zone. It does. Zaylen Wood, a pick six for Middle Tennessee. What is going on? 2 passing attempts, 2 interceptions. One of them finds its way into the end zone. So lads,
his first 2 throws are interceptions. It's very hard to win a game anywhere in football when your first 2 throws from your quarterback, one's an interception, the next one is a pick six. He just looked horrible the entire time he was on the field. And the fans here, we have no mercy. We were booing after the second series, calling for Garcia, chants for Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
And he just continued to stink it up for that first half. I mean, he was able to. It was more so of Henry Parrish getting runs. Henry Parrish is a dog, man. Henry Parrish and Xavier Restrepo, to me, are the two MVPs on offense for the team. They're the one who's consistently producing when they're on the field. So he, ends up scoring a touchdown on one of Tyler Van Dyke's drives, but he still looked bad. He looked out of sorts. Last year, he was in an offense where he didn't really have to go through reads or progression so much. It was kind of a quick offense, high tempo, always in shotgun. It's a spread offense. It's all about getting players in space so they can make plays. And he thrived in that offense. Rhett Lashley, recruited him to be in this offense. And now you have a new offensive coordinator, Josh Gaddis, which is more of a pro style offense. Where it's about, the blitz is coming from, going through your reads, progressions. And he just had a really tough time with this offense, and he lost some money. With these past couple of weeks, he's lost a lot of money, and it's going to now be a battle for the quarterback spot, because in mid-game or mid-third quarter, which is probably a little bit too late to put Jake Garcia in, Jake Garcia gets in the game, and he looks like a normal quarterback.
Scramble opportunity if there's nothing open downfield.
That play covered 23 yards, longest play from scrimmage for Miami on the day. This one will be longer. Smith makes the catch to the goal line, right down at the 1-yard line. Jalen Jackson defending on the play. That's the longest play from scrimmage for Miami. 39 yards, and they're in business.
Mm-hmm.
He's connected with Keyshawn Smith of all receivers down the field. He was actually making Will Mallory look good, who's been suspect pretty much this whole season.
Yeah, like why you came back?
Right. He probably should have left last year, but he was going to be the guy, which he is, but he's not showing up. Like, how many drop balls did he have? I don't know, but it was too many for any Hurricane fans liking. So he gets in the game and he starts to move the offense a little bit. But, there were some moments where he didn't execute as well. But I don't put that on Jake Garcia. You just put him in the game for the first time. Of course, he's going to make some mistakes, but he did help score some touchdowns.
He still looked better than TVD.
He definitely did. He graded out better on Pro Football Focus as well. You can see that story on CanesCounty.com. And then when they don't convert on 4th down and goal to Will Mallory, again, who drops the ball and didn't even get into a point where he could score. I don't even know why he was in that place. The next play, they get bombed, bro.
Anything on his arms.
Nothing.
Split down here at the bottom of the screen. Cunningham has a receiver wide open. Hits him in stride inside the 30, and he stays on his feet. That's England. Chisholm will score. Peason out of the backfield. Cunningham's going to take it himself inside the 5. He'll score.
Wow.
Canes bring just forward, get pressure on the outside. Has a receiver downfield and hooks up with him, and he'll score. Isaiah Metcalf will score for Middle Tennessee. Elijah Metcalf, 69 yards, 71 yards in the first half mark, 69 yards in his. Here come the Canes. He'll throw, and he'll go up top. Caught! England Chisholm for the second time today.
Wow!
A bomb to Chisholm. This one 98 yards.
Man to man.
They bring 5. Cunningham will have to step up. Now he can run for it, and he's going to pick up the first down and a lot more. Slides down at the 25. Cunningham to throw for it again. Now going to the end zone. Perfectly thrown ball down inside the 5. Jalen Lane makes the catch.
Yo, they got bombed 4 times in this game.
Yep.
98 yards, 72 yards, 28 yards. I think the other one was like 40-something yards. 4 times you get bombed. and that 98-yarder was clearly a DJ Ivy just got beat straight up. This was like
coach's fault though, man.
This is
y'all got that. Y'all got them.
Disappointing to see all around, bro.
But come on, man. Like you can't look. I ain't really like Ivy as much. I think they went ahead and attacked Ivy because Ivy was saying that they got one of the best secondaries in the damn college football prior to the actual game. That's one. Two, okay, yeah, people gonna get beat. You seen X-Men in the NFL get beat. That's gonna happen. But what I don't understand in regards to our
the players I haven't even heard of. I know you haven't heard of, but players that I don't even know. Nobody knows. Some guy named Chase Cunningham was out there looking like, Tom Brady. Like, nah, man.
See, but when you got speed beats everything. I mean, like you said, you seen like 4 or 5 bombs. Okay, after the first one, the defense should adjust. You should have somebody back there with them. It got to be some type of safety somewhere. But they say that we got one of the best safeties in the game. James Williams was out of place plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Getting bombed too. And I think he ran like a 4.3 or 4.4 when he came out of high school. I mean,
James Williams is not a free safety. That's the problem. He's a
linebacker
in the box safety / linebacker. He's not a guy that you can necessarily trust right now as a safety. Like,
so who do you blame? Who do you blame?
Backfield.
Who do you blame? Because my whole thing is
I blame the coaches, bro. I blame the coaches.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, man, you got to get these boys ready, focused for a game like Middle Tennessee. You know they're not going to be motivated. You got to make sure that these kids are motivated to play. Some of these players after the game were saying, "Yeah, we weren't really focused on this game. We came in this game thinking we were going to win." Like not thinking like, "Oh, this is our last game of our lives" type of thing. And that's the problem. You can't go into a game like Middle Tennessee. They playing this game like it's their Super Bowl, and they played like it, and you got to be ready for a game like this, and if they beat Texas A&M the week before, this was definitely going to happen. This was definitely going to happen because when you win, you definitely don't take the next opponent seriously.
Absolutely.
They lost Texas A&M and they still lose to a Middle Tennessee State. You think they would be motivated to play?
It's being stubborn, like I'm saying. You feel me? Like you're forcing plays to Will Mallory. You're staying in a man defense, and again, Miami it plays. Remember I used to love to throw Manny and other individuals under the bus when they play zone. Again, if we know we're a man team, but damn, my team don't got the speed to hang with the wide receivers that they got. You feel me? It's like we going against Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Yo, nah, we're playing zone, and if we're playing man, it's gonna be like cover 2, and we're gonna have somebody up there, to keep the wide receivers honest. It just seemed like we're just so stuck, and we're like, oh, we're gonna just do what we do. This is Miami, and we're gonna win anyway. So I'm gonna play man all game, even though they burning the shit out of us every damn time they get a chance to. Again, like you say, no name players is dominating us. When it comes to Will Mallory, like I told you before, and if you would have said that the last game or before we did the last podcast about TVD saying about the atmosphere, he loves playing in a different atmosphere. So why your garbage ass lost in Texas? Why did you lose? You had the atmosphere that you looking for. You still lost. What are you saying? You feel me? You're just trying to find an excuse and if you didn't want to stay over here, you should have went with Rhett Lashley. Go to Rhett Lashley. Where is he at? SMU again? Go to SMU. You look like one of those individuals anyway, because it seemed like same thing like last year when we had what was our quarterback last year before TVD became the quarterback. I forgot his name. He injured himself.
About Jalen Williams or N'Kosi Perry?
No, I'm talking about last year before TVD came.
De'Ara King.
Boom, De'Ara King. Nobody was effing with De'Ara King, obviously, because once TVD came in the game, it's just like everybody that was a 1-star became a 5-star, a 4-star, a 3-star. That's exactly what happened when Garcia jumped in the game.
Yeah.
Those individuals that we known as 5 and 4 stars and got transferred over here to come back to the crib, they start looking better. So what is it, TVD, that you always throw the ball to Restrepo? What is it, TVD, that you're forcing the ball to Will Mallory, even though, like, clearly the DB like that, you throwing it at me? They're like, come on, man, give me this free present. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. I don't know if he have that rapport with his team like that. I had seen him, and he had it was on Instagram, so I don't know exactly where it came from, but he was doing a interview. It's just his face on the screen, and he looks like so sad and like scared now.
Do you feel that they're well, I should ask you, do you feel you're better suited for the spread for like last year's offense? And do you think there are ways to maybe implement some of what worked well last year into this year's offense to get defenses maybe a little off balance sometimes?
I mean, I think people have thought last year that like this type of offense would be better for me. And then, I mean, it's football. I mean, it doesn't matter. Up-tempo spread, and you're still throwing the ball, you're still handing the ball to the guys, and this year it's the same case. So yeah, we'll implement a little more things that we did last year that as a whole, as an offense, we really did well at. So but yeah, we'll have a good mix of what Coach Gaddis likes to do, and then implement a little bit of what we did a little bit last year.
Go to Adam Lichtenstein from Sun Sentinel. Adam.
Hey, Tyler. So now that you've had a chance to kind of look back on the A&M game, kind of ask the same question after last week's game, but like, what are some of the things that you identified, that you want to work on better? Was it the same stuff that, you saw after the Southern Miss game? Is it a different thing? I guess, what did you see from like reviewing film?
As a whole offense, I think just details, I thought the line played really well, and obviously, a couple guys could have had a couple blocks back. With the receivers, just details on route depth, understanding when they have to break out, when they have to break, and then for me, just getting with those guys a little bit more and preparing with them a little bit better to have that connection with them. And obviously, I need to be a little more accurate. But yeah, I think we worked on that today a good amount, and just going to keep getting better, and we are. So
this is not the TVD that I know. The TVD that I know now, you're a big dog, big nuts. You feel me? We going to win this game. I know we going to win this game. Right now, he just looked like he don't know the playbook.
Something going on. Something going on with him. I don't know what it is, but something is definitely mentally off with him. I saw this tweet on Twitter that said like, "Oh, Tyler Van Dyke should break up with his girlfriend," and I was like,
What happened? Oh, say that again.
I saw a tweet on Twitter that said, "Oh, Tyler Van Dyke should probably break up with his girlfriend." So this was after the Texas A&M game. And this wasn't even after the Middle Tennessee State game. So I don't know. I feel like, I was in that. It was a Zoom conference press interview.
Go to Marcus Benjamin from Keynes County. Marcus.
Tyler, I wanted to ask you about just the mood of the film room review and just kind of how that went. So just with Cristobal's interview this week, he said he had to take the sensitivities out of the room. So can you just kind of talk about the mood of the film review of this game?
Yeah, I mean, we just went through the film, saw stuff we need to correct, and decision-making wise, just going over that. I think sensitivity-wise, just everyone owning up to, in the entire building, owning up to their mistakes and owning up to what they can improve on. Just being coachable, the coachability aspect, which we really have improved, since he got here. And obviously, it still needs to get a little bit better. Try to get that sensitivity out, and just be coachable.
That one that you were talking about, and I thought the same thing. I was like, damn, it looked like he was crying or something like that. like something emotional was is going through his head. I hope he's okay. I hope his family's good or whatnot. But at least seems like he's going through some kind of mental problem right now. He needs some kind of therapy. He needs to a shoulder crying like Josh Allen. He needs something, because he just didn't look. He hadn't looked himself pretty dog. He didn't even look good until Xavier Strebo came back in the game. You know what I'm saying? He looked decent against Doom, but everybody does. And Texas A&M, he missed a lot of throws that he shouldn't be. And I think his confidence is just shot right now. And it's unfortunate for him because this is money time, bro. This is money time. Before this season started, you were going to be the third quarterback, maybe fourth quarterback picked in the draft. Now, you not be drafted at all. So I hope he can step it up. I trust Garcia, though. I trust Jake Garcia to do his thing because I believe he was the better quarterback coming out of college. I mean,
thank you. I was just about to say that to you.
And then I do also want to say that if Jake Garcia doesn't get hurt last year,
he's the quarterback.
He probably ends up being the quarterback. And then
that's what you said last year when you was at the practice. He was like, "Yo, Wes, TVD and Garcia, they both look good, but I ain't gonna lie though, Garcia look a lot better." You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't say that a long time ago because, like you said, Garcia looked better a long time ago, and I was going off what you were saying. You feel me?
Yeah.
Just the plain fact that when he got injured with that ankle injury and he was out for the year, and then TVD came in, and I'm like, he balling too. I'm like, shit, I don't care as long as we win. You know what I'm saying? But damn, going back to it now and going back to seeing what the players it's like they had a little boost of energy just for him on the field. I don't know if I think really, to be honest with you, behind the scenes, they're giving TVD to him because he was the quarterback last year. But really, when it comes down to Garcia, they're just like, we got to be loyal to the quarterback that got us this praise last year and this, that, and the other. So let's give him a shot, But really, in actuality, they know in their head. The players know, we know, everybody knows. Like Garcia should probably be the actual quarterback.
Yeah, but we're gonna find out this week, and this bye week comes at a great time. There's a bye week coming up this week, and now I think we're actually going to get a quarterback competition. I think this fall, just like you said, that they just gave the starting job to Tyler Van Dyke because he tore it up last season, especially towards the end of last season. So I don't think there was a real competition, but I bet that there really is going to be a competition this week and next week going into the North Carolina game.
Quick question, because you be at the practices, you speak to the players, the coaches, and stuff like that. Do you think we had just a small sample size of TVD, and if he probably was the quarterback the whole season, we probably wouldn't be giving him the praise like we're giving him now, or we giving him this praise because of the being in the shotgun and not really having everybody spread out. So, there's going to be individuals always open. Do you think that now that we're in a pro style offense is kind of like showing that TVD probably is not the guy really?
I mean, it's
because you want to go to the league, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like,
it's exactly what it's showing, to be honest, and that is the worst thing that could really happen to TVD right now. Not only the fact that you're not playing well, but you're not playing well in a pro style system. So obviously, scouts are going to be looking at that and like, okay, well, he can't really transition to the NFL like we think he can. He can still throw the ball well, but he missed a lot of throws. He's missed way more throws, I feel, this year than all of last year.
Exactly.
And we
don't even make any sense.
Games, like how's that even possible?
Yes.
So and we're gonna go into tougher games. Yeah, Texas A&M was tough, but we're consistently going to have a tough game every week when we go into ACC play. North Carolina, they ain't got no defense, but they can score, so you have to keep up with their scoring. I mean, they scored 35 or 32 against Notre Dame. They scored 63 against Appalachian State. So they can put up points. Can you keep up with the scoring with them? Because we all seen that the defense is suspect and it will be likely giving up a ton of points. And then you go into teams like Virginia Tech, which has a better defense. Duke has been okay. That's a game that you should win, but so was a game against Tennessee State. And then Virginia always gives us problems. That's going to be on the road. They're an average team. And lo and behold, Florida State is undefeated right now and looking like they're actually a team, and they jumped into the top 25 while we got bounced out this week. So the schedule doesn't get any easier. So the Hurricanes have to figure this out, and they have to figure it out quickly because Xavier Shepo's not coming back until another 5 weeks. Jacoby George not coming back until another month. Maybe we get Donnie in like a month. Maybe the year. I'm here. Make do with what you got. And then Tyreek Stevenson got hurt in this game. No details as to how long he's going to be out as of yet. Jalen Knighton hurt his ankle in that last game. That's why you didn't see much of him. You saw mostly Thad in this game. And then Henry Parrish looks like he probably has a concussion, but he'll be back. I would think back for that North Carolina game. Usually you don't miss more than 2.
Yeah, they got 2 weeks off, right? Don't they got like 2 weeks before? Yeah, so
we got a bye week, so I'm gonna almost guarantee Henry Parrish is gonna be back for that North Carolina game. So they got to figure it out, man. And it's just and even Coach Cristobal, I don't know if you heard the press conference, he said himself, TVD is not.
Repeat that.
Coach Cristobal said himself that he was asked about, what's wrong with TVD. He said he feels like, I'm paraphrasing, but he said he feels like he's not comfortable in this offense. He's not comfortable in the offense. So what does that tell? What does that tell you, Wes? That tells you one, that he feels some kind of way about the offense. That's one thing. 2, he feels like another quarterback probably is more comfortable in this offense. That's what I'm like alluding from what he said. You know what I'm saying?
That's why he was looking the way he was looking at. That's the reason why he was looking the way he was looking at in that Zoom conference that he was in. It's like he knows what the public don't know. He know that Mario Cristobal and the rest of the staff and even the rest of the players is like they want to move on from him. But they want to give him a chance right now. We're in the rebuilding process right now. So Mario Cristobal don't want to have make no headlines, not being behind his quarterback. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst thing. That's just like Brian Flores all over again. You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I really, truly feel like that's exactly what's going to happen for him to go ahead and say what you said. I like playing away because of the atmosphere, the college atmosphere. I see the writing on the wall, what you're trying to do, TVD. You're trying to go ahead and be like, all right, I know I'm going to get pulled eventually, what you did. I'm probably going to go back to my dog, Rhett Lashley at SMU. And let me not cause too much problems, but I'm gonna put the writing on the wall for everybody to go ahead and read it, and I'm reading it definitely loud and clear. Your performance on the damn field is showing. You feel me? Like the other dude said, break up with your girlfriend. I guess you breaking up with the girlfriend, and the girlfriend is the Miami Hurricanes. You gotta break up and gotta go ahead and move on. You feel me? Because I'm sorry, man. You got a lot of people that we were not hoping on the Dolphins to be the way the Dolphins are right now, which is, handling everybody, doing their thing. Like Marcus said, we were talking about the Canes. Everybody's talking about the Canes. Everybody's talking about the Canes is going to win the Coastal. Everybody talking about, oh my God, Mario Cristobal, this, that, and the other. and everything was looking decent besides you and the receivers. I'm over here clowning the receivers, and I'm like, damn, Lassen, your ass needed to transfer somewhere else. All these other individuals. But it seemed like you're the problem because you take the head and the body fall. So if the person that's touching the ball every play, Hart is not even here anymore because he can't get with the pro style offense. He's going to take the rest with us, and that's down in the grave. I mean, Mario Cristobal, he already know. Mario Cristobal, he didn't wait another game. He did it that game. Yeah. Showing him like, yo, it's all good. We probably going to lose this game. But I'm showing you like, yo, it's time to move on. People are questioning, oh, who's going to be the quarterback? We know who's going to be the damn quarterback. Who should be the quarterback?
Yeah, we know.
I think it should be Garcia.
I think it should be Garcia too, but I don't know if it will be. We'll see. We'll see. I think there's a high possibility that TVD starts that next game, but he's going to be pulled quicker though. Like if he starts messing it up, it's going to be like automatic. You know, I think if he starts messing up, because if he starts off slow again in that first quarter against North Carolina and North Carolina scores, which I think they will against us, it's going to be another nightmare at Hard Rock Stadium. So hopefully they have a true competition. You know what I really wish was happening though? I really wish the third quarterback, Jakari Brown, I wish he was the guy. Because you know, this is something that my guy Frank Tucker was talking about on the Storm Tracker podcast, was that when's the last time we had a dual threat quarterback? Like a real dual threat quarterback, bro. Like a real one that struck fear in the hearts of defenses. Can you
Some really say De'Aaron King? Some gonna say De'Aaron King, but De'Aaron King was a wide receiver at first that became a quarterback. So
yeah, I mean, I guess I could give you that, but
you can't throw like that.
Derek King, yeah, he was a subpar thrower of the football. You know, I want to see somebody who is literally a dual threat, like good at both areas.
Like Josh Allen.
Yeah, like a Josh Allen or like a Bryce Young at Alabama or Lamar Jackson. Yeah, so a player like that. And Jakari Brown is supposed to be that guy. From what I hear, he's not there yet as far as throwing the ball. But we've seen him in spring, and we saw what he could do in spring with his legs. And we were like, oh, this guy is super athletic running the ball. All he needs to do is really figure it out throwing it.
See, but do you really want another Malik Rozier right now? Because remember, Malik Rozier, he could barely throw the damn ball, but he could run that damn thing. But
but how many games did we win that year with Malik Rozier?
He did.
More games than the early 2000s, you know? So
got me there.
So I mean, I don't know, man. Like since we're in a situation where, you know, like, I don't know. I still trust Jake Garcia right now. I'm out on TVD for now. I mean, hopefully he, you know, breaks up with his girlfriend or fixes whatever he's got going on mentally. And then we see the TVD of last year. Or Jake Garcia is that guy that was recruited out of high school, won a state championship for a Georgia school in Grayson. That, you know, and he's the thing about Jake Garcia too, he's got two things going for him. His last name he's got a Hispanic last name. You know what I'm saying? And when you talk to him, he's got swag to him, you know? He's got a swag to him. And you can tell like the players from Miami, they mess with him. You know, they like I saw Jake Garcia, James Williams, Leonard Taylor, and Romello Brinson at a game at American Heritage maybe a year ago. And he was just there vibing with him. And you could tell he was just there vibing with him.
Where was TVD?
My point. That's my point. Like Jake Garcia is the one that was out there at a Heritage High School game chilling with them. And when I took a picture, he threw up the 305.
Oh, you got to give us that picture, boy. We
I posted that was like a while ago. I posted it on Twitter a while ago. But yeah, he put up the 305. But I'll send that picture to Chris so he can post this on the recording. But yeah, so that's the other thing about Garcia. He's got the swag. I feel like the players really kind of respond to him, and I wouldn't be mad at all if he ends up starting against North Carolina in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
So that's all I gotta say about the Hurricanes. I was big mad on Saturday, bro. I was big mad. I was stunned. I was just in a different world. And then when I'm in the press box, I try to be as professional as possible. But as soon as I get out, I call wifey, and unfortunately, wifey, she gets the brunt of my vents. I had to go off on her about how the Hurricanes were so terrible on Saturday, and yeah, man, it was just an unfortunate day for the Miami Hurricanes once again. I felt like we were back in the Manny Diaz era,
Yeah, boy. I mean, for me, I was like thinking, we should do a podcast, with you in the car and you talk. You feel me? But I think it was a good thing that we didn't do a podcast immediately after, because like I would have just probably been cursing the whole damn time. Yeah. I was pissed off. Like I couldn't sleep right. Like I really couldn't sleep right, and I woke up in the morning, but I felt good because I'm like, down the Dolphins. I ain't gonna lie, didn't sleep right. That shit like it irking my nerves. Like, yo, wake up and I'm like, all you can see is a bomb. Like,
yeah.
It is what it is, man.
The Dolphins game, knowing that the Dolphins game was the next day was the only thing to keep my spirits up.
Definitely.
Like I was like, oh, but whatever, we got the Dolphins game tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't even gonna be, if we ended up losing that game yesterday, I probably wasn't even really gonna be mad because you playing against the Buffalo Bills, one of the best teams in the AFC. If they ended up losing that game, I would have still held my head up high, because I would be like, damn, we went toe to toe with this team, and we pulled it out. We pulled that thing out at the end because of their tomfoolery, because of Josh Allen. See, sometimes it's the gift and the curse. You know what I'm saying? He thinks he could run. He ran for a little bit, tossed the ball out to his receiver, but we tackled him in bounds, man. That was the greatest tackle, to tackle him in bounds, and then they run out. They run out of time, man. It was awesome, but yeah, Hurricanes got a lot of work to do. Or I don't think
it's that much work. I just think it's a decision that needs to be made, and that's Garcia. You got a good quarterback, my boy. But let's go ahead.
And just so you know, man, I think I told y'all, like, Tyler Williams was going to be the wide receiver to commit to Miami tomorrow. This is his commitment date. From what I'm hearing, though, because of the outcome, he was at the game. I saw him, took a picture, talked to him. But after the game, I'm hearing it's a no-go based on what happened. He felt like it was an embarrassing type of loss. And because of that loss, he's not committing to Miami. He will be committing to Georgia. Highly likely he's committing to Georgia instead of Miami.
He probably want to change his damn date. Tell him to change his date. You feel me? Give us a chance to put Garcia in there and be like, yo, don't commit yet. Change the date, because we don't got another, we got another week off. Like, change the date. It's no rush. Rush. Change the date. You feel me? Give us another chance to do what we need to do. Prove ourselves.
Yeah. I did hear from most of the commits, though, that they're still solid. However, I am hearing things about Malik Bryant, and that he's not too happy with, how things are going with them. That's what I'm hearing. It could be just a rumor, but all the other commits I feel are still really solid, including Ray, Frankie Tinalau, Francis Malgoa. These kids are still staying solid even with that embarrassing loss.
Okay, so hey, it is what it is. Now let's go ahead and try to transition back into the NFL and get a few quick picks in. Of course, we already spoke on the Dolphins. I mean, I want to talk about the Bills and the Ravens. Really don't want to talk about
let me tell you too, man. Fucking lost in the suicide pool, bro.